everyone. I am Dr. Bibian Ugala, your course instructor for GST102 Use of English and Communication Skills 2. Welcome to Module 1 Unit 4. Module 1 Unit 4 is about formal letters. What do we mean by being formal or something being formal? By formal, we mean that our behavior is in accordance with certain rules, customs, and conventions that are observed in our society. Formal style of writing. In any piece of writing that is a formal one, make sure your language is formal and brief. Avoid the use of slang and taboo words. Avoid the use of excessive details, because too much details or too many details bore your reader. Make sure your points are short and direct. Avoid the use of contracted forms like will, have, and so on. You use the contracted forms when you are writing informal letter or when you are speaking. Now we move on to stylistic forms and essential parts of a formal letter. A formal letter should have the writer's and receiver's address, except if you are using a letterhead paper where you have your own address, which is the sender's address. Then you have the receiver's address by your left-hand side. Then you have the date. The date is equally very important in every piece of writing, especially formal letters. Then the salutation, the title. The title is like a brief summary of what the letter is about. Then the introduction. Make sure you don't include too many details in the introduction. Your introduction should not be more than 2 or 3 sentences. Then the body of the letter. It's in the body of the letter that you flesh out the points you have raised in the introduction. After the body, then you have the conclusion. Include attachments if any. For instance, if you are writing a letter of application for a job, you need to include your CV. After that, you have the complimentary clause. For formal letters, the advisable complimentary clause is usually yours faithfully or yours sincerely. After that, you have the signature. The signature is very important in every formal letter. It authenticates the information you have in the formal letter. Then you have the name of the sender after your signature. Mechanics of writing a formal letter. Mechanics of writing a formal letter means technicalities involved in writing a formal letter. Before you start writing any formal letter, prepare an outline by jotting down important points. Write a rough draft based on the outline you have sketched. Go over the draft carefully. Nowadays, formal letters are typed. Make sure there is uniformity in the font and size. In formal organizations, the advisable font to use is Times New Roman and the size is usually 12. Remember that all formal letters must have a title. We have different types of formal letters depending on the aim of that particular letter. The first one to discuss here is letter of complaint. You write this letter when you want to complain about things that bother you. For instance, if after writing any exam, you discover you have cases of missing results, you have to write to the director of your center complaining about your missing results. That kind of letter is called letter of complaint. In the letter, know that you have to give accurate facts. State your name when you wrote the exam and your matriculation number. Your language must be polite yet firm. Do not apologize when complaining. Another type of formal letter is called adjustment letters. Adjustment letters are replies to letters of complaint. Another type of formal letter is letter of request. When you want something to be done, you write letter of request. For instance, if you discover that in the street where you live, the road is bad and has so many potholes, you have to write to the authority in charge, requesting for them to come and fix the road. The kind of letter is letter of request. Thank you.